النهاردة يا شباب مقطع رهيب، مقطع جميل جدا، مقطع هيعجبكم بإذن الله، لأن المقطع ده هنشوف فيه حاجة جميلة. انبهار أمريكية، سائحة أمريكية في المغرب، تمام؟ بتنبهر، بتقولك إن المغرب بلد الأمن والأمان، وبتوضح كده وبتقول بكل وضوح، بتقول إن الأمن اللي موجود في المغرب مش موجود في بلدها. المقطع ده هيعجبكم جدا، بس قبل ما نبدأ منساش تعمل اللايك وتشترك معايا في قناة جديد، عشان بإذن الله مقطع ينزل يوصلك شعار بإنه نزل. ويلا خلونا نبدأ.
Vlog, and this one is how safe is Morocco? I get it all the time. Is Morocco safe? Like, I'm a single mom with my 2 young kids. Are you scared? Are you worried you're gonna get kidnapped, beheaded, all this crazy stuff? So I figured, let me tell you just how safe it is in Morocco. So my street just got done, and they just put all this lighting down there. Look how bright the street is. This is how bright it is all night long. And each one of these residences all have security. Security at every residence. It's literally lit up like the 4th of July here. So bright. I live in Tamara, for those that are new here watching. So I'm in Tamara, which is, it's only like 10 minutes from Rabat, which is the capital of Morocco. So as I tell you whether or not Morocco is safe, we're gonna go walk to my friend Simo, who has that little coffee shop that I posted on IG. He has a little cart around like maybe 4 blocks up. So we're gonna go get some coffee, and I'm gonna tell you about Morocco. As you can see, lights are all over the place. It's very bright in Morocco. And every town that I've actually been in is like this. I've been in Merzouga, Marrakesh, Tanja, Kaza, obviously Rabat. Did I say Merzouga? Oh wait, I'm lying. Merzouga, if you're on that highway, is dark as hell. But the good news is, Merzouga, the highway, it's not crowded. There's like no traffic whatsoever. So you put your high beams on and you're good to go. You guys, I'm really impressing myself lately. I just crossed the street. Now granted, I cross the street all the time, but that might have been the first time where I felt like a true Moroccan, and I just walked in the street and like walked as the cars were coming, and just, I didn't have to stop. I just kept moving and I didn't get run over. So like, I feel like that might have been my first official Moroccan crossing the street. Like legit, that might have been it. So I said in the beginning of the video that they redid our street, and they did. They still have to do this stuff, which I don't know what they're gonna do here, but they have to fill up this stuff. And also the man covers have to have another layer. So that still needs to be done in the area. But they made the street wider, which was a huge bonus, because the street used to be half this size. And you have to remember, people in Morocco, they walk in the street, you know, they don't necessarily always use sidewalks. So it gets a little chaotic sometimes when there's traffic and then there's people in the street. So I'm very happy that they just widened these streets. So this is the center, like not the center of Tamara, but this is like my center. And down this street is Simo's coffee. All right guys, so currently I am walking. It's nighttime here. It's like almost 10 o'clock. Ramadan, night 28. One more day of Ramadan and then it's Eid. As you can hear, there's children playing outside. They're not young, they're a little bit older. Playing Kora. People are still out. During Ramadan, it's very popular to be outside after iftar, spending time with your family, kids playing outside till late a lot of times. All right, guys, so let's talk safety. 1, there's no guns in Morocco. Police have guns, military have guns, and there may be some exceptions for like hunters, but like it's not a thing here. Guns are not a thing here. So I don't need to worry about like some crazy person coming into the mall and shooting it up like in America, or schools getting shot up. My kids do not go to a school yet. They're online. However, this year coming up, inshallah, they will be in a school. And there is security at each school. Now it's funny, there is no guns in Morocco like for madmen to just go on crazy shooting sprees, but yet they still have security at the schools. You cannot get in the gate except like through like the security. It's literally insane how they have all these measures taken and yet they don't have the weapon that other countries, more specifically America, has. My elementary school back in America for my kids, they don't have security like that. They do have a cop, but he doesn't sit at the door letting people in because there's multiple entrances. But they just got the double thing where you have to ring the doorbell and go in. Like it's two things now. It used to just be you had to ring a doorbell, but anybody could shoot through it. Now there's an extra layer of protection, but that just happened like a year ago. And America has crazy amount of school shootings. So the biggest thing here is there's no guns. Now, there are knives, obviously there's knives, and there are stories which are true of I would say like the one I hear the most about it is maybe Gaza, but they're in like I guess the more bad neighborhoods. I don't want to put anything down, guys. Listen, I love Morocco. Okay, I really, really love Morocco. I'm not gonna ever bash Morocco. I'll tell you some things I don't like, but I'm not here to say, you know, oh, well, you don't have guns, but they have knives and they'll stab you. This stuff happens everywhere. People get robbed everywhere. However, Morocco overall is a pretty safe country. It doesn't mean that nothing happens. But as far as mass shootings, schools getting shot up at, that's not a thing here. That is a huge, huge relief as a mom to not have to worry about your kids being in school and somebody coming in and killing them. And honestly, that's something in America that I really started thinking about the last couple years. And that's not here in Morocco. Another thing that Morocco has is there are checkpoints throughout the whole country going into cities and I guess going into cities. I don't know if it's really leaving cities, but going into cities and basically every town that's connected, there are checkpoints where you have to slow down and the police, like, they can pull you over, like they can tell you to go over. That doesn't mean that you did something wrong. They call this police control. I think that's what they call it, police control. Basically, it's just random stops. Now, it doesn't mean that they won't stop you for a reason. They do have a lot of radar for speeding and stuff like that. And they do use it because I did get pulled over one time for 7 kilometers over the speed limit. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And I got like 150 dirham fine. No points though, people. No points on my license. Nothing bad on my insurance. I just had to pay basically $15 US to the cop. By the way, you pay the cops here, guys. You pay the cops, they deliver it to whoever gets it. But that's how it works. But there are checkpoints going into every city. So like when you see the big trucks with all the stuff on it, a lot of times they're getting pulled over, they're getting checked. There's so much safety in this city, in this country, that I honestly feel so safe. Like I said, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm actually on a street that I've never been down. Now, granted, it is really nice residences. Look at that. Look at that residence. You see those balconies? I want a balcony like that. But anyway, it's very, very safe with all these checkpoints. Besides the ticket that I have had one other experience dealing with the police here. I guess it was back in January, maybe. I went to Rabat. I go to Rabat all the time, guys. All the time. I'm in Rabat like almost every day, right? And I went to go shopping at a store. I parked my car. I thought I remembered where I parked my car. When I went to go look for my car, I couldn't find it. I walked around for an hour and I could not find my car. And I was like, there's no way that I misplaced my car because I walked so far each way in each direction that I'm like, where's my car? Now, I never thought that somebody actually stole my car. I thought maybe I parked wrong and they took it, like they towed it. Because even though I don't see that happening a lot, I do know that it is a thing. Police will tow your car, especially in Rabat if you're somewhere that you're not supposed to. But parking in Morocco, by the way, is much easier than America. Lots of free parking. And yeah, you can pretty much park anywhere. But I thought maybe on the off chance, because I was in Agdale, which is a major little neighborhood, that maybe I parked wrong and they took my car. I went home because I was so exhausted looking for my car, and I wanted to call my friend who spoke Moroccan to try to help me out. Long story short, I went back to Rabat that night to look for my car again, like cleared my head for the day, went back in the neighborhood and looked for my car, and I still couldn't find it. I decide, okay, I'm gonna go to the police because my car is gone, right? I can't find it. I go to the police station. I go in there and like 12 cops or people in plainclothesmen. That's another thing. All the police that I dealt with at this night, none of them were wearing uniforms. There are so many undercover cops in Morocco. It just makes me so happy because it makes me know that there's always people out there watching. And so I tell them what's going on. They get me in their cop car, and I go in their cop car in the back seat, and we go look for my car. They're going up and down the streets looking, asking me if I remember this, I remember this. And every so often, this is what just warms my heart. I know it's kind of weird to say it warms my heart, but it just makes me feel so safe that it makes me feel amazing. That every so often, they would pull off to the side and somebody would come out of the shadows. And it was an undercover policeman. And they would talk Darija and they would talk back. And basically they were just seeing, have you seen this car? This girl, she lost her car, yada, yada, yada. See what kind of information they had. This was all over where I was at. Now, I don't think it's just Rabat. I really do think, after talking to other people, that this is Morocco-wide. There are a lot of people that are constantly looking out to see what's going on. And that is why, even though they have, petty theft, they'll have like the people on the scooters go by and maybe get your phone or whatever. I have never experienced that. Something you need to know, I have never had my phone taken or even tried to be taken. However, I can't tell you how many times that I've had my phone out doing a video or recording or whatever, that people have come by and told me to be careful about having my phone out. So I didn't get my phone stolen. I got people looking out for me. And you just don't find that in a lot of places. A lot of people just don't care. People don't care about other people, which is fine, whatever. You don't need to involve yourself in other people. But this country is literally full of people that care about you. And it's amazing, and it just makes me feel so safe and so happy. And I just realized I don't know what time SEMO closes. So let's go walk over to the coffee place and get my coffee.
زي ما انتوا شفتوا يا شباب، اتكلمت عن الإضاءة في الشوارع، وإن ازاي يعني قصدها إن الشارع طول الليل مشرق، إن الشارع طبعا يعني على طول كده ما فيش مكان فيه مثلا ضلمة، كل الشوارع زي ما انتوا شايفين ان هي ماشية فيه ده يعني إضاءة طول الليل. فالحاجات دي بتدي اطمئنان برضو للسائح أو لأي شخص يعني غريب عن البلد. فبالنسبة كمان للناس اللي رايحة وجاية في الشارع دي برضو بيكون في ونس، في يعني ناس مع بعضها. الناس اللي رايحة وجاية دي في المغرب طبعا في الشارع احنا شفناها اللي هي بتتمشى فيه ده برضو. وطبعا دي حاجة معروفة، المغرب بلد فيها النشاط، فيها يعني أماكن نابضة بالحياة طول الليل والنهار كتير، يعني أماكن كتير. فبدأت ان هي تتكلم على بعض الأسئلة اللي هي جات لها، ان ازاي انت طبعا هل يعني وجدتي الأمان في المغرب من ناحية ان انت عايشة لوحدك انت وطفلك الصغير. فبدأت ان هي تجاوب على الحاجات دي وتقول لهم ان انا حاسة بأمان اكتر من اللي انا كنت حاسة بيه في بلدها، في البلد بتاعتها. الترحيب، الكرم، حسن الضيافة. فده اصلا لوحده بيدلك وبيعرفك ان البلد دي بلد امن، وبلد امن برضو باهله بناسه. هي دي المملكة المغربية يا شباب. فالمقطع كان جميل جدا. فما تنساش تعمل اللايك وتشترك معنا في قناة جديدة عشان باذن الله مقطع ينزل يوصلك شعار بانه نزل. ويلا فمن الله وحفظه.